Hi friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Kalachakra Star 59. Now we are in the Stortorget, that is the main square in Malmo, Sweden. What you see right in front of you is the City Hall of Malmo. Located in the historical heart of Malmo on the expansive Stortorget Square, the Malmo City Hall is a striking testament to the architectural evolution of this Swedish city. The bronze statue that you see here is that of King Charles X Gustav, who was King of Sweden between 1654 and 1660, only for a short period of 6 years. He led Sweden during the Second Northern War, enlarging the Swedish Empire. In the Stortorget, you also see this beautiful fountain. Now we are inside this 14th century St. Peter's Church located in Malmo. St. Peter's Church is a brick Gothic church in Malmo, built in the 14th century as the main church of the city. St. Peter's Church contains late medieval murals of recognized high quality as well as a number of unusual furnishings. The altar piece, made in 1611, is one of the largest in the Nordic countries. The church is built as a basilica with three naves and transepts. The church is actually dedicated to two saints, Saint Peter and Saint Paul. St. Peter's Church is Malmo's oldest church and also the oldest preserved building. The church is an example of brick Gothic architecture found around the Baltic Sea. The tower of the church is 98 meters tall. 5 side chapels were erected during the late 15th century and the early 16th century, of which 3 survive to this day. 2 of them are named after the saints Anne and Mary, respectively. The third was dedicated to Saint George, but is popularly called the Merchant's Chapel and was built for Malmo's Guild of Cloth Dealers. The main altar piece in St. Peter's Church that you see here is the largest wooden one in Northern Europe. It is made of oak wood and reaches a height of 49 feet. It was made in 1611 by several local master carpenters. The altar piece consists of 4 stories or levels, one above the other. In the lowermost part, there is a depiction of the Last Supper. In the center and on each side, wooden sculptures of Moses and John the Baptist, respectively. Above this, there is a depiction of the crucifixion, and above this, there is a representation of the Ascension. At the very top is the name of God, Jehovah, displayed. Here you can see the statue of Virgin Mary and Child in oak wood, tempera, and gold. One can find plenty of gravestones from the 17th and 18th centuries in the church. Until the mid 19th century, the entire floor of the church was covered with grave slabs from the Middle Ages, and the gravestones, which are still preserved, testify to the earlier richness of the commercial city of Malmo, as only the rich and the clergy get burial inside the church, a practice which is now discontinued. Jesus and the miraculous catch of fish has a reference in the Gospel of John, chapter 21, verses 1 to 14. This was the third time Jesus appeared to his disciples after he was raised from the dead. This is the Merchant's Chapel in St. Peter's Church, Malmo, Sweden. The Merchant's Chapel is richly decorated with late medieval murals. Some of the paintings may have been made in the 1460s, while others date from the early 1510s. They were made by an unknown master or workshop. The murals have been described as being both iconographically sophisticated and technically accomplished. The murals cover both the walls and the vaulted ceiling and display several different motifs, both secular and religious, set among a background of flowing green vines. They are now considered as the best preserved ceiling murals of the late Middle Ages. There is an interesting legend concerning the mural depicting Saint George on horseback. Saint George, a soldier venerated in Christianity, defeats a dragon. The story goes that the dragon originally extorted livestock from the villagers. When they ran out of livestock, villagers started offering a human once a day. And one day, the princess herself was chosen as the next offering. As she was walking towards the dragon's cave, Saint George saw her and asked her why she was crying. The princess told the saint about the dragon's atrocities and asked him to flee immediately fearing that he might be killed too. But the saint refused to flee, slew the dragon, and rescued the princess. We Indians can immediately relate this story to the slaying of Bakasura by Bhima in the Mahabharata. Indian restaurant, the Paradise in Malmo, Sweden.